All right. Okay. Here we are. Y'all wanted me to talk about news? Let's talk about the news. So, as you are well, because you clicked on the video, Charlie Kirk has been, there's no other word for it, assassinated today. There's no other word for it. At the very first uh, stop of his, what is that tour called? Something America. It's like Debate America, something to that effect. Something America. He ran Turning Point USA and all these other things. He was shot and killed today. There is, and I want to be absolutely clear here, there is no reasonable reason to shoot someone over a debate or over a difference of opinion. You're talking about an opinion. You're talking about a man that was 31 years old, right? He's 31. He had 2 children and a wife. So he has a whole family that he was providing for. He had all these other people that he was mentoring and all that. Like, he's just gone. You just yanked him up out of there. That doesn't solve anything. If anything, what this shooting does is make all the things that you didn't like about Charlie Kirk worse. And in this video and in this live stream, I'm going to show you why it makes it worse, how it makes it worse. Okay? I'm going to show you that. We're going to clear the name of this random guy, old guy that got arrested, but because that happens during shootings, like if people go, "Oh, it's him," they just arrest the person, then they figure it out, and then they let him go. Obviously, the FBI, they arrest somebody, they let that person go. It's more than likely the same old guy. And then I have a video of who is more than likely the shooter. I can't say for certain because nobody's came out and confirmed it, because they kind of want to like take their time a bit with this one, because they jumped out there on the first one and then they had to dial it back and go, okay, it wasn't him. So they're going to take a little bit more time with this one, but at least this suspect was found with a firearm. All right. We're going to go over different responses on the left and on the right. I am going to try and cover this as fairly as possible because, again, this is not something to politicize. I am a commentator. I'm literally commenting on this now. And I would hate for somebody to be like, you know what? I don't like you. I don't agree with what you just said. Bang. I think that's insane. If you disagree, either don't watch, don't show up, or engage in a proper debate and tell me how I'm wrong. And if you can't actually articulate yourself to engage in debate, then mind your business. That's it. You didn't have to listen. And I want to say this before we keep going any further. Praying for his wife and children, his extended family, everybody that he knows, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that he like has like some relationship with. I want to, you know what I'm saying, throw that olive branch out there to them as well. Pray for them as well. Because this was undeserved, completely undeserved. Yeah, can Charlie Kirk be seen as a bit of a dick sometimes? Yes. But that was his content early on. I watched him when he was a YouTuber just debating people on college campuses. All right. He was just debating people on college campuses, trying to see how, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, see if they could beat him on certain topics. And you know what I learned about him? If you won, you won. There's only a couple of people that, you know what I'm saying, that he posted, you know what I'm saying, like, and that really got him. But he acknowledged that they got him and he moved forward with that. Now, with that being said, let's get into this. So look, this is his family, all right? And Charlie Kirk, as Kira said, is a father and a husband. He's a human being. I don't care if you politically disagree with him. Nothing justifies the sick act. I cannot stress this enough. There are people on Facebook. There are people on Facebook that are like, oh, I'm supposed to feel sorry for him. Yes, you are. You are. You are supposed to feel some level of empathy. These people claim, and I'm talking about when this happens on either side, because we're going to get into what happened on the other side. Like just a couple months ago, and people like it's absent from thought. But I remember it happening and people acting like, oh, it's just whatever. When you act like that with him about this, like you claim you're Christian. Like, how can you do that? And this is going to be a recurring theme in this video. How can you do that? How can you wrestle with you're supposed to love your fellow man? You know what I'm saying? And how can you not, have love for and having love for somebody doesn't mean you have to be in love with them. You know what I'm saying? Having compassion from them doesn't mean you have to like deeply care. It just means you have to respect the humanity in which they have. Like, this is a father. Dude is 31. I'm 34. Life just gone. Just because somebody disagree? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Now, this is the old guy who they initially shown, right? This old guy they initially shown. He is not. This old man is not the shooter. Is not. People doxed him, doxed his family, all of that, just for it to come out and then find out that this man ain't the shooter. So y'all got to calm down. Y'all got to chill out. He's not the shooter. He's not. Period. Dot. He's not the shooter. This is crazy. You were just talking about getting back into these dark topics. Bro, listen, bro, it's insane. I literally mentioned that last night. We were talking about how I was just like, bro, like everything happens and all this stuff. Like, and I'm like, bro, how? I want to leave it alone, but it comes to my doorstep and it's like, hey, talk about me. This is the most insane thing. As a commentator, that is scary. As somebody that was thinking about, oh, I want to throw different events and go around here and have these conversations and blah, blah, blah. I would hate to have a conversation about hip hop on a campus and then somebody shoot me because I've been like, man, hey, that you insert somebody, that Drake album was trash or that Kendrick Lamar album was trash. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like it or I ain't like this particular verse and I get shot over it. I think that's insane. I never liked him, but shooting him is crazy. That man had exactly, bro. Exactly. And here's my thing though. And I was just explaining this to somebody else. You could say like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like he has, I would say he has some opinions about different things that are rooted in racism, but I would not call him just an outright racist. I wouldn't do it. Because I've seen him have proper interactions with people of a different race. I've seen him have proper interactions. I've seen him engage in like have a healthy dialogue with somebody of another race. So, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen him like be cool, be cordial. So I'm like, I don't think he's big R racist. Maybe he has just little like tendencies here and there, but it's not. I just wouldn't go that far. Now here's the other shooter. Now here's the other person that was most probably
rifle on this dude's dash.
Most probably the shooter. Most probably, he's like high probability that this guy is high probability.
I think they just found the guy right outside of Carry On. Rifle on this dude's dash, and they just handcuffed him.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't they release him after interrogation? This guy, this isn't the same guy. This isn't the same guy. The old guy that I showed earlier, he was the one that was arrested and released. This guy just got arrested. He's not the same guy. That's not the same guy that was released. We don't know a status on this one. We don't know a status on this guy. The old man got cleared. We don't know a status on him. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. They had a suspect in custody or whatever. And then the thing is, the person that they said they had in custody is 25, was 25 years old. This guy, he don't look 25. Yeah, like this guy is not 25. Like that guy is not 25. Like look at his gray hair. Like if you look back here, like that guy, that's gray hair right there. He's not I'm trying to stop on his face a little bit where it shows some of his face. But you can tell just by the attire, older dude. That dude is older. That dude is older. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You're saying let him up it on you. Bro was 2 football fields away. The guy that shot him was 2 football fields away. 2. So 200 yards, 600 feet. That's crazy.
Do you see his gun?
It wasn't. Yes, bro. Listen, it was a snipe. Because here's the thing. When you're talking about a bullet, excuse me, and even with an echo, it's like boom, boom, boom. It's like bow, 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 bow. It's like a bow, bow. It's like a pow, pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? It has a firecracker sound to it. It's pop, pop, pop. It's a pop. That bullet, all you heard was crack. You heard this cracking sound, like almost like a small like thunder. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a rifle. What he got hit with was a rifle. Immediately I knew. As soon as I heard, I said, "That's a rifle. That's a rifle." I didn't want to look into the story before work and mess my mind state. Yeah, you don't want to see none of them videos. I will not be showing the video here. I will not be showing the video here at all. Will not. You will not see the video here. Period. Dot. I'm not doing that to people. I'm not doing that to my channel. I seen it. Like the first video I got was 4 seconds. It was zoomed in, and like it was just like in my face. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like when I seen it, I was like, oh, I was like, when I first seen it, because I didn't see any of the blood or all that, I'm like, did Charlie Kirk just have a heart attack? I'm like, oh man, that's unfortunate. I wish that on nobody. Like, and then I seen he was outside. I'm like, maybe he had a heat stroke or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. But then I watched it again, fam. I seen the blood come out. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, he gone. The moment I seen it, I couldn't even like process him like surviving that. Because it took out a nice chunk of his neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, nah, that's not good. That's not good at all. And plus the way he went limp. It was just not good. Now, again, like I said, yeah, we'll just keep watching the video. We'll finish this. I do want to show y'all this before. Yeah, he did just finally get on South Park and all of that. He was happy about being on South Park. He thought it was a badge of honor. Like, see, that's the rifle.
That's his rifle.
And that's the rifle the guy had. And it has a silencer on it. Like, look, that's why when people are like, oh, what maybe it was somebody else. I'm like, bro, Why do you have a silencer on a gun to hunt? You're hunting with a silencer on? Get the fuck out of here, bro. And you're within the radius of the shooting that just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. That doesn't even make sense. Why did he keep that in his car? He should have, because he was old and didn't give a fuck. This person is one of those people that's proud that he did this. All he did was make the country worse. All you did was polarize everything. Now, here's my proof of that, right? Like, both sides have been polarizing things, and we can then have a discussion a bit later, right, about it. But you have this guy. This is before this even happened. He's talking about some folks need killing. You can't charge the environment with words like this. These are the type of things that lead to people getting shot. You can't charge the world with this. You cannot. He said that in church. Some folks need no. Excuse me. He wasn't able to get miles away. He's an older guy. That I want to add that too. But some folks need, like, you don't say this. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson at a North Carolina church meeting. You can't say that. You can't do that. Then, you know what I'm saying? You have Libs of TikTok talking about this is war. No, it's not. It's not. Calm down. Calm down. You don't even know what that person's political affiliation is. Y'all just immediately blamed it on the left. Immediately blamed it on the left. Relax. Calm down. Calm down. Everybody needs to calm down. This is not good. You can't just get to whatever. What happened to the man who shot in broad day? Wasn't he a CEO of a drug? Yeah. That dude, he's still on trial. He's still on trial. Luigi Mangione, he's still on trial. But Libs of TikTok, you can't say this out loud. You can't do this. You can't do this. But also, I want to show you on the flip side. You can't be in Congress and watch.
What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise?
Watch this. Shh. Or saying no. Watch.
Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. Shh. The House will be in order. Shh.
So I don't know if y'all could hear it, but I could. In this clip, the congresswoman from Colorado, she's a Republican. She asked for, hey, can we do a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk? Can we pray for the nation, right? And then the other lady goes, no, we can't do that. What about the kids? How about say, hey, I add a motion that we also add to this moment of silence the kids, the children that were shot. Add to it. Both are equally as tragic. That's not hard rationale. Yeah, I said the right words. Both deserve a moment of silence. Both deserve observation. Both deserve accurate and meaningful actions. More people were shot. Yes, more people were shot, but it's still bad. Like, bad is bad. Bad is bad. Don't be silly. Republicans don't like kids. If they did, they would have free lunches. Hey, listen, this is not. Hey, listen. This is not the time. This is not the time exactly. This is not the time for that. This is not the time. We can get back into the other issues later. We're here. were here with this at the same event. More people shot. I know. More people shot at the same event with what? What event are you talking about? Are you talking about the school? Because the school, it was 3 kids. It was 3 kids shot. I believe it's either they're shot or they're killed. They were shot and killed, or they're just shot. I didn't even have a chance to dig into that. But that's the thing. Like, when all this going on, it's just not. It's not okay. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. And we gotta. One sec. I wanna fix one thing real quick. Yeah. You know what? No, I'm gonna leave. Because I was gonna edit the title of the video, but I'm not. Why is it a competition? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a competition. What I'm saying is you could have a moment of silence for both of them at the same time. Because both events happen within minutes of each other. Within minutes, have a moment of silence for both. We need to stop this. Bad thing happened. Moment of silence. Cool. Let's pray. But for
We-
this, we talking about
The House will be in order.
cussing and arguing. Like, I think that's
We will join prayer right after this, okay?
yeah. I don't think it's outlandish to have prayer after an event like this. It's not. It's not unreasonable. It's not unreasonable at all. And we're gonna go to X and we're gonna see some of the more wilder comments, more wilder commentary, because I've seen some really wild stuff.
We're coming for you, and spare me your fucking self-righteous.
Okay, here we go.
This video's in regards to Charlie Kirk, and this video's for the fucking liberals. It's war, motherfuckers. We're coming for you. We're coming for you, and spare me your fucking self-righteous bullshit lectures. I don't give a fuck. We're coming for you.
Like, this guy, like, that's, hold on. This guy, like, what is your fucking problem? Relax. You don't know who did it. We all we got is an old dude. We don't know his political affiliation. We don't know if he liked people, didn't like people. We don't know if he's racist, non-racist. We don't know who he voted for. We don't nothing. We don't know who it is. We don't know what. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And then the Yankees had
years old.
And the thing that makes this crazy is this happened like on a live broadcast. He was broadcasting. This happened while he's broadcasting. He's at an event with 3,000 people. Like, yeah, the kid stuff, again, equally as bad, equally as tragic. Equally as bad, equally as tragic, equally as crazy. And that's hold on, wait, I'll respond to you, I promise. And no, we can't have a moment of silence for him in the middle of a meeting. That's what I'm saying. They weren't asking for that. They were moving for the next thing to be a moment of silence. That's what they were asking for, a motion that the next order of business be a moment of silence for that. And then the other person said, no, we can't. And I'm like, why not just say, hey, also, I would move to say that we have a moment of silence also for the kids. And then that's written in the record. Do both. Do both. There's no reason to compete over this. None. It's definitely tone deaf for that person to want prayer for someone outside of their state, especially after children just died going to their school. You know what? You're right. You're right. I just realized that shooting did happen in Colorado. No, you're absolutely right. That is insane. You're their representative. Oh dear God, yeah, that rep was messed up. That rep was, yeah, that rep was messed up. Coming from who? Coming for who exactly? Yeah, he's talking about like Democrats and liberals. I'm like, how do you determine that? Like, what is your problem? Why are you trying to come at people like that? That doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. 2025 is a terrible time for this to happen. We are not serious enough as a nation online. There's way too many trolls. It's beyond just there's too many trolls. Okay, the bulk of the issue and problem is we don't have any care, excuse me, sorry, for the next human being. There is no care, no actual compassion for the next human being. All of this charged rhetoric, all of this treating people badly, you know what I'm saying, whether they agree with you or disagree with you. Oh, you better agree with me, you know what I'm saying, or you're the enemy of the state. Like, no, that's not it. That person's not the enemy of the state just because they don't agree with you. What happened to agree to disagree? What happened to treat others the way you want to be treated? What happened to that? What happened? I feel like we just, like, internally as a nation, we have died holistically, wholesale. We just sold our morals out to beef. For what? What are we getting from this? What are we getting from all this division? What are we getting from this? Hip hop's divided. The nation's divided alongside politics. People can't even decide what. Like, there's so many. Like, I believe the root cause is we don't even know what the truth. We don't even have an agreement on what the truth is. We can all see the exact same thing happen, and we can't even wrestle with the facts of it. Like, somebody can walk outside and say it's raining, and then somebody go, well, it's really not raining today because it wasn't raining earlier. What? What do you mean? There's water coming from the sky right now. It is raining. Remember when Trump got shot and they were acting like he the next 50 Cent? Completely missing the point. Bro, that stuff's crazy. You know what's so crazy? My original video got taken down. My OG video that I had of my reaction to that event got taken down. And then it comes to find out later on down the line, I was right. I was absolutely right. Every take I had in that video was absolutely correct. Crazy. I got silenced. There were so many people watching my video. I know I got silenced. I know I did. And now I did this video when I did it, like I pushed off and did it a little later because I'm like, man, I hope to God like these people don't try and silence me again. Like, in this time, I'm not even saying nothing crazy. I'm not like triangulating nothing or nothing. Like, cause I figured out a lot during that live stream, using math. It's just not hard math. It's really not if you like pay attention. But the thing with Trump, right? So that thing happened to him. It was wrong, and you had people like, "Oh my God, I hope he's gone. I hope da 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 da." I'm like, no, absolutely not. Not like that. That's crazy. Like my thing is this, right? He's not even the president at the moment. He's running for re-election. He's just running. He ain't even did nothing yet. He ain't even made it in the office yet. You're just like, you know what? He got to go. What? No, absolutely not. That's not how you solve a difference of opinion. We have mechanisms in place, and because everybody believes, here's the thing: the greatest trick that people ever did was make everybody think the game is rigged. It's not. You can win the game, but by them making you think you can't win the game, therefore you act as if you can't, and therefore you don't win. It's psychology. You can win the game. You can be an active participant and get what you want out of this country. You can. You don't have to resort to violence. You don't have to say disparaging words about different people. You don't have to do none of that. The stuff that happened to Charlie Kirk, completely preventable. All we have to do is just accept each other, accept our differences of opinion. It's a difference of opinion. It's not a difference of fact. We're talking about a difference of opinion, not a fact, of opinion. Now, when we get to issues of fact, we have to get to a stage where people are willing to acknowledge the truth. People are willing to back down. Nobody's willing to back down anymore. Nobody's willing. Either side. I have to be right on every issue. I have to be right every issue. No. Some issues y'all are wrong on. And that's my thing. Like, Charlie Kirk wasn't wrong on every issue. Like, if you actually listen to him, he's not like, and that's the thing. I didn't even actively listen to everything he had to say. I watched some of his content, but I watched enough of him to know who he was and to know, okay, he's not wrong on everything. Not everything. And that's the human experience. You're going to be right on some things and you're going to be wrong on some things. I guess while we're here, what happened to the kids? Did they catch that person? You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out. I did. Oh, so what we talking about? We're talking about Charlie Kirk. We're talking about what happened to him, the shooting. Like that was disgusting. Like that was disgusting. Love him or hate him, that was disgusting. Love him or hate him, that was disgusting. I can't rationalize it, nor can I get behind what happened. Yeah, I can't get behind what happened. I can't. I comment on things. That's what I do. And that's what I do. I comment on things. To die over a comment, over my commentary, over my opinion, that sounds insane. How do people not find that insane? How do not people find that as something like, oh, we don't want society to get here? Because imagine if you gave your opinion and somebody just pulled out a gun and was like, you know what? I disagree. Boom. That sounds crazy. I'm not trying to be disgusting or rude, but it was pouring out. Yeah, it was nuts. I said that earlier, so don't feel bad. I said that earlier. Like that, I've only seen that in movies, bro. I've only seen that in movies. Honestly, I thought it was AI. So I immediately, because I got sent it in Discord. So I immediately jumped on Twitter and I'm like, okay, this is not real. Trending #1. I said, fuck. I was like, damn it. I'm like, oh my God, it must be real. And then I scrolled and like 3 or 4 pages that I know, it was a rifle, bro. It was a rifle. It was a rifle. I'm telling you, because it cracked and it sounded like thunder, it was a rifle. Guns, like handguns, sound like pow, pow. Even the bigger, like magnums, it's like a boom. It's like it has a thump to it. It has more of a thump to it. Like all handguns are short and pop. It's like a pop. But and I showed the guy earlier who did it. I know. Yeah, I think I know what it is. What it is. Yeah. So it was like a hunting rifle. Like this dude was driving around with a silencer on a hunting rifle. I'm pretty sure it's him. I'm pretty sure. Like, why would you need a silencer on a hunting rifle in broad daylight? It looked like a Remington. It did. But we can find. Hold on. Let me pull that video back up. I'm gonna pull the video back up. At first, it just said he was shot, then and got a notification. High action, bolt action. Yeah. So hold on. It's which one of these videos is it? I think it's this one. No, dang it. That's the other guy. That's the old guy. That's the old guy. This one. Yeah.
I think they just found the guy right outside of Carry On. Rifle on this dude's dash, and they just handcuffed him.
Yeah, I think this was a bolt action though. Like I think that's a bolt action, but it doesn't have a clip. I mean, it doesn't have a like an automatic. It doesn't look like it has the automatic. They said he wasn't a suspect in that. This guy, hold on. So this guy, so they released him? They released him? Because I know they released the old guy. So look, hold on. Hold on, North Korea State Media, hold on. I can't believe that's your name. Per the FBI. So that guy was released, and this, so hold on, you're telling me both people were released. Yeah, and I want to talk about the Minnesota legislator stuff. But look, so they released him, or they released this guy. Which one did they release? That's what because you have two old people right now. Because they said there's somebody they have in custody that's 25. Neither of these cats are 25. This is not a 25-year-old. That's not a 25-year-old. Like you're not gonna convince me this guy's 25. He looks old.
Rifle on this dude's dash, and they just handcuffed him.
Like this guy he doesn't look like it. Yeah, it was from 200 yards. Yeah, it was from approximately 200 yards.
Shit.
Like this is an older guy. This is an older gentleman. Like I just don't like. And the person they said was yeah. I just don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel more so like this is more than likely the guy. Now I can get on X and see what the updates are, because there's just clearly going to be updates. I mean, clearly we're talking about something that's insane. South Park is getting backlash for parroting Charlie Kirk in their latest season. How would they even know, bro? Like, come on, man, bro. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. Let's go. Charlie Kirk. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Declaring war on, oh, snaps. I don't have that up. I don't have that up on the screen. Give me one sec. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I'm over here reading stuff off X, and I don't have it up on the screen. Declaring war is not only dumb, but incredibly dangerous. You might get views and likes on social media, but this only divides us further and puts more people in danger. Nobody left or right should be speaking like this. My thoughts go out to Charlie Kirk. Nancy May said, it's time for blame Democrats. We need to own. What the? What?
Democrats own what happened today. I'm going to say this. Democrats own what happened today. I am devastated. My kids.
We don't know who did it.
They probably, all the kids of every conservative in the country called panicking. Just because you speak your mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot.
By that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Political.
Isn't this on both sides?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm asking.
We don't know what condition Charlie Kirk is in right now. Some raging leftist lunatic put a bullet through his neck, and you want to talk about Republicans right now? No.
No, I'm asking
not at all.
You said the Democrats
own it. Democrats own this.
But isn't there a problem with political violence across the spectrum?
Yeah, we're talking.
This is insane. Like, why are you saying stuff like this? I want to say this. I am an Eisenhower Democrat. He is my hero, and more people like him are what is needed in today's society. No matter who you are or where you are from, this harsh political environment needs to stop on all sides. I agree. It is never all right to be hateful, divisive to anyone. What is happening today reminds me of 1953 when Ike said Jim Crow was an abomination and it needs to end. Yeah, I agree. Also, the suspect who shot the Minnesota legislators got cooked in court and is on suicide watch. Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing, though. We don't have a solid suspect because allegedly, the guy that I just shown ain't the guy allegedly, but the guy that said that wasn't it. Because his name is North Korea State. He's gone. He's gone. So I'm not taking him at his word. Because he didn't stay to actually like flesh out what he was saying. Because if I got questions if you're gonna say some mess like that, and I got questions for you on how you're validating that information, that's crazy. This reminds me of so much of the stories my grandpa told me about the 50s and 60s and how bad it was when civil rights was going on. Yes, dude, we are reversing backwards so fast just because some people are scared of a future where everybody's equal. There's some fringe group of people that's afraid of that, and they're like pushing the buttons and pulling the strings on everybody to get everybody to hate each other, to get everybody riled up and like want to do violence and stuff. When you have regular interaction with people, we're not like this. Everybody's not like this on the day to day. We're not like this on a day to day. But when you come online and it's like this, it starts to seep into your mind because a lot of people are sheep. They're weak minded. And guess they get easily influenced, and then they go down these rabbit holes, and then they become this person they're not meant to be. People want sympathy for Charlie Kirk incident, but him and his supporters never show sympathy for those pushing to fix gun laws after countless mass shootings. Oh my God, that's crazy. I'm happy to lose my. Charlie Kirk was literally spread Russian propaganda at every turn. His aim was to convince millions that Ukrainians in occupied territory should be genocided. You're telling me to be simple? Oh my God, no, dude, no. By the way, according to his Kirk's logic, his death is his own fault and not the truth. What are we talking? Oh my God, no. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, that's messed up. Also, I know someone in my town who is not like this at all. He is a Democrat, but very centrist. He is not for the far left ideas. He ran for town mayor here as an old school Roosevelt progressive. Now, here's the thing, Dark Sage. Here's the thing, bro. Being not for DEI, like, do you even understand what that is? Do you understand what DEI is? Do you understand that as a concept? As a concept, like in its origin and what it was doing, do you understand it? Like, what do you think that is? Because I want to tell you what it is. Like, I want to just straight up tell you what it is, because it's not about, like, DEI is not what people painted this, like, that term, those three letters, diversity, equity, and inclusion, like, as some like really bad thing, and it's not. It's not at all. And people charge people up to think like, oh, it's because of this DEI policy that hired this other person that my life is bad. Like, no, it's not that. Look up the Bull Moose new nationalism platform. That's what he ran on, and he beat the mayor of my town in the primary, who was a pandering corrupt politician who basically said he was Woodrow Wilson in disguise. Not sure how that makes sense, but what? Listen, and I want to say this. And I'll move forward. DEI. When wasn't Woodrow Wilson, right? Quite possibly. I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look up who. I have an idea in my head who he is, but I just want to be sure. Woodrow Wilson. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was. He was. He was. He was. He was. Kiki. He was. He was. I looked him up. As soon as I looked at him, I said, "Yeah, he was." Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is crazy. This is crazy. Listen. Now let's keep going. Charlie Kirk said black people were better off in slavery and subsequent before 19. It was bad and it was evil, but they committed less crime. Huh?
It just shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad. It was evil. But what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. I mean, 4,000 Black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation. But I guess,
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been.
That affected
the 80 years.
The generational psyche of an entire group of people?
Well, I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that. This shows they were actually.
We were better off in 19. Oh my God. The causality. Oh my God. These opinions are crazy. Guns save life. Oh my God. Stop it. Why are you saying it like that? This is insane. Oh my God. This is nuts. I'm just looking up Charlie Kirk. Prove me wrong. American Comeback Tour. You're sick wishing death on someone. Hold on, what?
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth that.
Okay, so the second suspect was released. Okay. So somebody sent it to me. He was released. All right. Let me put that on my Instagram. I'm going to put that on my Instagram. Buddy was released too. Good grief. Whoo-wee. All right, well. Good grief. Oh man. Then you have people talking about you can't have yes, very. See, he basically said my friend is running on a platform used by people back in the 1990s because he basically thinks that Roosevelt and Taft and Wilson on disguise. He hates minorities, but he won't say it out loud. Oh, okay. Okay. He fired 2 black people that Taft put in or something like that. Oh my God, bro. Come on. You moon. I was just talking about having empathy, bro. I was just talking about having empathy. We ain't got to like them. We ain't got to agree with them, but sheesh. But I do also want to point out that when a representative in Minnesota, when her husband and wife got killed, and I believe this is them. I believe this is them. Yeah, they were killed less than 3 months ago, and other people almost got killed too, and another representative almost got killed too, but they survived. Like it's crazy how, like, you know what I'm saying, like both sides are treating in equally bad situations. Like when people were laughing about Nancy Pelosi's husband getting smacked in the head with a hammer. Like, that's crazy. Empathy is woke, made up nonsense, according to Kirk. I'm only respecting his thoughts. Wow. I hope he never said that. I hope he actually never said that. Wait, why did this pop up again? Oh, all the YouTube comments popped up again and pushed everything else out. Hello, how are you today? I'm good, man. I'm good. This is just a little depressing. That's all. So I can confirm beyond a shadow of a doubt this man is innocent now. This man is innocent now. So they ain't no suspect in custody. Evergreen High School in Denver. Yeah, that's crazy. Instead of bringing Americans together, Trump. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I have no opinion on that. In a rare show of unity, young Democrats in Connecticut and Connecticut young Republicans issued a joint statement offering prayers for Charlie Kirk's family and condemning political violence. This is what we want to see. I'm retweeting this. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see, man. This is what we want to see. More, wait. Oh, let me put it on the screen. Like, this is what we want to see. You've seen the video? Yes, I've seen the video. I've seen the video. Heartbreaking. Horrifying. Okay, I'm also live on YouTube, so I can't play it. I'm also live on YouTube. I cannot play that video. Cannot. And I will not be playing that video. Charlie goes around campus talking about how violent black people are. His social media timeline goes on and on about how violent black people are. And in the middle of his speech discussing black gang violence, Charlie Kirk gets shot by a white man. Jesus Christ. He loses about a pint of blood before he even hits the floor. Yeah, that's why I walked into work and I was like, man, he's a goner, and you know, people didn't want to hear, but what I seen with my own eyes, I was like, no, like I know when it's done. I know when it's done. I know when things are bad. Yeah, whoever was a professional, 200 yards instant to the jugular. That was crazy. Watching coverage of Charlie Kirk's death and the way they're talking about him, you wouldn't believe he said things like, "Black women do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken seriously. They had to go steal a white person's slot to be taken somewhat seriously." Wow, that's a quote. Charlie Kirk called the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Okay, maybe I was wrong about this guy. How old you got to be to own a rifle in Utah? That's a great question. That's a great question. Let's see. Utah gun age. You must be at least 18 years old to possess a long gun. 18 years old to possess a handgun. Yeah, you can bleed out from an injury that bad in roughly 30 seconds. Yeah. Injuries to the corduroy, you aren't surviving 9 times out of 10. An injury like that, you die 10 times out of 10. He most likely died in an ambulance, but they only reported it later. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that for sure. Hold on, let me see. Whoa. Let me post this. Let me pull this up on the screen. Hold on, I'm finna, hey, good find, bro. Good find. I'm finna throw this up on the screen. Yeah, Hex Diabetes, you're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Let me throw this up on the screen. So this is over 200 yards. So they did it from right here and got him right there. Man, this is all. Look at the geography of how this area is set up. This is damn near a kill box. It's damn near a kill box. Why would you even host an event there? Oh God, that's heck no. Heck no. I mean, that's the last thing you expect, but heck no. My theory, he died. Yeah, he died before the ambulance even got there. Yes, I know. Look, when I saw the video, I knew he was gone. As soon as I seen it, I knew he was gone. I said maybe if there's a miracle, if a miracle takes place, then yes. But otherwise, he's gone. He's gone. There's no way. There's no way. It's physically impossible. 25 seconds to a minute before it was done, not an instant, but nothing else. Yeah. He bled out fast. He bled out very, very fast. Let's see. He bled out very, very fast. Whoa. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Let me close this. I'll pull this down and get that back up. That's a crazy. Yeah, they're doing let's see. Even if he got to the ambulance, he was likely dead on the way getting carted inside. Yeah, there was I don't think in this situation there was nothing you could do. Oh God. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta get off of X. I can't scroll this on here anymore. I can't. There's a brief image that I can't show. I can't show that. I can't show what just like, and I can't just keep scrolling it, man. Even if he got past those two, it had to been over by the drive to get. Dude, look, I'm telling you, I know, bro. I know it was impossible. There was no way he was surviving. It wasn't happening. But yeah, I do want to say this, like, now at this point in the video, right? Like, people can agree Charlie was a bit of an ass, right? He was a bit of an ass. Like, depending on what your point was, you might go, okay, Charlie's a bit of an asshole. You know what I'm saying? On how he's approaching this topic. You know, I number one, I don't agree with him being shot. I never agree with that. That's period dot. Yeah, and that's fine, if he was. That's fine if he felt that way. I mean, if he was that way, that's fine, because we have plenty of those in society. We have plenty of those. For all the negative he said, he was 31 years old. He had time. If he was to change, he could have changed. He could have changed. He could change. He could have a totally different perspective, because he's the father now. He's raising children. Something can happen and it could shift something in his mind. It could. He could change his whole leaning. He could change what he, you know what I'm saying? What he represents in a way. He could. There's opportunity for growth. And I hate, we're a society, through cancel culture, through political division, we don't allow people to have an opportunity to grow. We don't allow it. We don't allow people to have an opportunity to change their stance, to change their mind. Like, everyone must be firmly planted in what they believed in 1945 or whatever it was when they had their first idea, and you got to just stay with it. You can't change now. You can't change. Oh no, we don't believe you change. It's unbelievable. It's unfathomable. You couldn't change. You couldn't change your mind. You couldn't begin to understand different things. You couldn't begin to see how something was wrong, or where, like, okay, this policy, maybe this ain't working out the best for us. Like, you got to give people an opportunity to grow. Give people an opportunity to change. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. And yeah, again, Charlie was Charlie. But that don't mean he deserved to die. Hot take. Your chance of grow stops after you've been spamming the same thing after 25 to 40 years plus. Yeah, but I mean, he's 31. Something had happened with his kid. Here's the thing. If he's a parent, right? So as a parent, something could happen and one of your kids has a hard stance on a subject, and you know what I'm saying, and through your child having like this innocence enlightening, you could learn from your child and have empathy on some different subject. You could learn. He had an opportunity to, but it was taken from him. It was taken from him. You know, and I hate that. I hate that. And again, this is all over comments. This is all over him saying his ideas out loud. Not for necessarily doing anything nefarious or wrong. This is just him saying the ideas out loud. Okay, I'm gonna pull X back up, but I'm just not gonna have it on screen because I do want to try and get updates on what's going on. Hold on. So you mean to tell me oh wow, okay. Okay, that's crazy. Oh wow, it's trending with the left. People, this is insane, bro. Oh wow, I had him blocked. I had him blocked. I had Charlie Kirk blocked. I remember he said something outlandish, and I was like, you know what? I can't deal with him, and I'm not gonna be the person to deal with him. Cause I'll watch like Candace Owens. I'll watch an Ashman go. I just wasn't gonna watch him. I wasn't gonna continue to deal with him. Like he got to a place in his commentary that I was just like, this is just very disrespectful. But at the same time, he never deserved to die. Let's see. I'm trying to go through. Here's his thoughts on George Floyd.
I want to know what your reasoning was.
Oh God. Okay, here's his thoughts on George Floyd, y'all. Here's his thoughts on George Floyd. This is his thoughts on George Floyd.
You were trying to get the officer who murdered George Floyd pardoned, and I just want to know what your reasoning was about that.
Well, George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck. We all saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police departments taught Derek Chauvin to use. Do you know that George Floyd was saying, I couldn't breathe well before that restraining technique? And
so why'd they use the technique if he already couldn't breathe?
Well, because he was actually resisting arrest, and they had to restrain him. And they restrained him in a way that they were taught to do, which is the knee on the neck technique.
Okay, so when does the technique end? Like when they die? Like he said he couldn't breathe.
No, I mean the technique ends when the individual stops resisting arrest. His cause of death was not asphyxiation; it was drug overdose. He had
that was a part of it. Like he also had a heart thing, and like he was on drugs, but like he wouldn't have just died if he was standing there. Like they had his.
Well, actually, there's an argument to be made. According to the medical examiner, he was drug overdosing in real time. That it wasn't because of the police officer Derek Chauvin that put his knee on the neck. And again, they were taught to do that. According to the Hennepin County Police Department, they teach that as an approved restraint technique. And by the way, this is just a broader point. Our whole country blew up because of this incident, and it was largely based on a lie. Largely based on a lie. We were all.
What was the lie?
The lie is that there was a white police officer that went after a black person just because he was black, and it just wasn't true. He was resisting arrest.
Okay, but he killed him. Like that doesn't.
Well, again, the county medical examiner disagrees. The county medical exam.
Okay, he said the county medical examiner disagrees. Let's find out. Floyd. Cause of death. based on autopsy findings. Okay, I don't know what I just felt. That felt weird. That felt weird. That felt really weird. Okay, that felt really weird. A student at some AM was talking about Kirk going to school tomorrow with making Death Note joke. Oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Ugh. 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 I don't know what I just felt. That felt crazy. Ooh, that felt crazy. Oh. All right. So what is that? Send it to me via DM. Send it to me via DM so I can actually see it. Cause I can't read the I can't touch the links, like, cause I'm in a separate app that allows me to stream to both chats. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll look at it in a second. George Floyd's death was ruled a homicide caused by cardiopulmonary arrest due to police subdual, restraint, and neck compression. The sustained pressure on his neck and back restricted his breathing and led to his heart stopping. The official medical noted that Floyd's pre-existing health conditions, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and the presence of fentanyl and methamphetamine in his system, were contributing factors, but not a direct cause of death. Mechanical asphyxiation, suffocation sustained by pressure. Hold on. So, okay, so this is a study they did. This study was conducted to assess the findings necessary to conclude what constitutes an INCA death and apply them to George Floyd's case. Methods we performed were extensive iterative and da 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 da, corduroy sinus response to neck da 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 da. Okay, what was your conclusions? What the? Oh God! What the? Man, I'm not going through all of this. Good grief! Just tell me what he died of. Because his breathing was restricted. All right. I feel Kirk is going to inspire some people, someone, and some massive bad, something massive but bad going to happen due to it. Yeah, no, it's no. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. This is going to trigger probably some of the worst that we've ever seen. The worst of the worst that we've ever seen. It's going to trigger that response. It's going to. It's going to, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I have no doubt in my mind. Instead of da, 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 da. All right, and again, he said it wasn't that, but I just read the medical examiner thing.
All was a lie. The lie is that there was a white police officer that went after a black person just because he was black, and it just wasn't true. He was resisting arrest. Well, because he was actually resisting arrest, and they had to restrain him. And they restrained him in a way that they were taught to do, which is the knee on the neck technique.
Okay, so when does the like technique end? Like when they die? Like he said he couldn't.
No, I mean the technique ends when the individual stops resisting, largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee.
They didn't say it was largely because of drug overdose. Like it literally, factually, they never said that. Man, it's stuff like this that makes him like it's like hard to like it just makes it so hard because that's just unnecessary. That's an unnecessary opinion. That's an unnecessary stance to take. Absolutely unnecessary. George Floyd was a father too, and Charlie Kirk called him a scumbag. Did heart disease play a part in the? Is my question. Yes, it contributes. So all those things were contributing factors, but he had these problems. But he doesn't mean he necessarily would have died that day. He had those problems, but the thing is, the extra added stress of the arrest, of the knee on the neck, affixed, like causing him to not be able to breathe, like amplified all his other conditions, thus making him die. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have been. Yeah, exactly. He probably would have went home. He probably would have went home. Let's see. Charlie Kirk recently said to a Palestinian, "There's no such thing as as Palestinians." Well, look now. There's no. Oh my God, these people are terrible. 10 million, 10 million in Iraq. 10 million, bro. 335K people liked it. That means we're willing to stamp. They agree on it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. It fucking wasn't. It wasn't prudent or rational then, and it isn't prudent or rational now. Literally, the number one cause of death for kids and teens are guns. It's not cancer, it's not any disease, and it's not car accidents. It's guns. Add to that the fact that according to the data from the FBI supplemental homicide reports from 2010 to 2019, more than 50% of homicides of women perpetrated by an intimate partner involved the use of a gun. And what we knew in 2015 is that 92% of all firearm deaths among women in high-income countries occurred in the United States. Death was never a prudent nor rational deal to protect the Second Amendment that was written on December 15, 1791. A time when Pawpaw had that motherfucking thing on them, and that motherfucking thing looked like this, and you needed to be 2 motherfucking feet away from somebody just to kill him. And I promise you, I'm not trying.
Republicans refuse to keep flags at half-staff for President Carter, a decorated World War II veteran, on Donald Trump's inauguration day, but are doing so immediately for Charlie Kirk. How selective patriotism can be. Oh, see, this is where the inconsistencies make people angry. It makes people upset. It gets people going back and forth with each other because nobody's morally consistent. Charlie Kirk has arrived in here. Oh my God. Oh my God. People are literally saying Charlie Kirk's own words, and there are people saying it's a bad time. How? I mean, it is. Oh my God. She turned off the comments to that. I feel something really bad is gonna. Yeah, bro. It's gonna cause something. I feel. Yeah, it is. It is. We're in a bad place. We're in a really bad place, bro. Trending with Colorado. Yeah, this is bad. Let's go to latest. All it takes is one lunatic. Eyewitness describes moment Charlie was shot in the neck in Utah. My parents didn't talk about Democrat or Republican. They told me America is great. Telling people they shouldn't express gladness that Charlie Kirk was eliminated because he was only exercising his First Amendment rights is kind of telling other people not to exercise theirs. That is a very interesting take. Crazy, but factually correct. because people are now talking about they don't want to do you see guns save lives, not trying to be tasteless, but was bad considering, you know. Yeah. Charlie Kirk's last words were reported while he was in the hospital. It was them. I was warned. It was them. No, he didn't. He didn't have any parody. No. Oh wait, what?
When something happened in our go to we're live streaming all day during this tragedy.
Yeah. He was done. He was done way before the fire.
As we were reporting the assassination of Charlie Kirk, there were some people in the back room away from our news desk here who were watching a car chase, and they were laughing, they were clapping, and you could hear it out here. And we want to make a couple of things clear. One is that I know these people, and they were not laughing, they were not reacting that way about Charlie Kirk's assassination. They were not. They would not work here if they did. And that being said, we acknowledge that it was horrible timing. And for that, we are sorry. We apologize. We apologize. I get why you had to hear that. And I get why if you're watching the stream, you may have felt that that's what the laughter was about. We assure you it was not about that, but it was horrible timing. And by the way, I get it too, and he gets it because we listened as we were talking. You can go back and look on the stream. I actually walked off camera to go back and find out what the hell was going on because it was inappropriate for the laughter at that time. But no one was laughing about the Charlie Kirk tragedy. Nevertheless, we apologize for the way it sounded.
Wow, that's actually that was actually really good on TMZ's part. That's crazy. Yeah, and that guy was tripping. Like Charlie Kirk was definitely gone before he got there. But America has blood on their hands. Yeah, political analyst Matthew Dow has been fired. What the fuck did he say? Matthew Dowd? Matthew Dowd? What the fuck did he say? What the fuck is he getting fired for? What did he say? 21 new record. Oh my fucking god! These people are trying to spam me. Oh, let me go to top. Somebody has the clip. What did he say?
Said he's been one of, but following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. But following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive.
Trump used AI in his video. Man, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. After he claimed Charlie Kirk was shot by one of his supporters firing the gun in the air. Wait, what? Oh, this is the full clip.
Especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt,
and that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
About the environment in which a shooting like this
happening their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. Emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. We don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration.
Why would they shoot their gun off in celebration in the middle of? You saw the same video we did. Why would you even say that? Yeah, I see why he got dropped. I see why he got fired. No, that's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. Claiming that, you know what I'm saying, he's somebody that, you know what I'm saying, managed to, like, you know what I'm saying, have people like on both sides kind of going, like, cool, whatever. Like, the part of the statement that's insane is that he said he's been like, not that it was the gun, it was the firing of a gun, like one of his supporters. That's outlandish. That's outlandish. Everything else is kind of just like his opinion. That's like his opinion. Like, you can't, it's free speech. Like, it was just an opinion. That's what it boils down to. All right, let's. Anything else? Anything else going on? Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like we're pretty much at the end. Pretty much at the end. I'm gonna open X on my phone. I'm gonna open X on my phone. I'm gonna close this real quick. I'm gonna just double check. I'm gonna just double check if there's anything else. Deeply disturbing. Like, people keep saying like they've declared war. This is not war. Oh, I sent you some. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I'm glad you. Yeah, you did. Charlie Kirk is at my effing school tomorrow. Look at the time. Yeah, it's for me. It says midnight. It said he did that at midnight today. Yeah, it said he did it at midnight. Yeah, this is nuts. It was before the shooting, yeah. But I mean, everybody knew he was going to be at the school because it was part of his tour. Two months ago, Democratic lawmaker and her husband and their dog were murdered, and there was no moment of prayer in Congress, no lowering of flags. A Republican senator openly mocked their deaths, and other Republicans just ignored it. Jesus. Oh my God, dude! I'm just looking at this stuff, and damn, it's crazy. Dang, Frankie Beverly died today? Yeah. But anyway, listen, that's my thoughts. That's my video. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. This is because I don't even know how to segue into anything else. Also, praying for the kids in Colorado, man. Yeah. See, this is why I don't do this stuff no more. I just want to have fun. Anyway, I'm up out of here, man.